Staying calm is not something we're naturally born with. It's a skill, a discipline, and often a lifelong battle between what we feel and how we choose to act. I learned this lesson the hard way, at a time when I thought emotions were stronger than reason. I remember a moment years ago, when everything seemed to be falling apart. I had a job I didn't like, responsibilities I wasn't ready for, and pressure from every direction. One day, someone said something small to me, something I normally would have ignored, but because I was filled with tension, I snapped. I reacted instantly, without thinking, without breathing, without control. And when it was over, I realized the damage wasn't caused by what they said, but by how I responded. That moment taught me a simple truth. The difference between peace and chaos is often a single breath. We all go through moments when emotions feel like storms: anger, fear, frustration, stress. They rise quickly, like waves trying to knock us down. But staying calm is choosing not to drown in that wave. It's choosing to step back, observe, and respond with clarity instead of impulse. Emotional control doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It means understanding them, respecting them, and not letting them drive your life like an out-of-control car. You are the driver, not the passenger. And every time you choose calmness, you take back the wheel. One of the biggest myths people believe is that calm people simply don't feel as much. That's not true. Calm people feel everything, but they don't let those feelings dictate their actions. They create distance between emotion and reaction. They build a small space inside themselves where decisions can be made with clarity. And that small space is where power lives. It's where mistakes are prevented, relationships are saved, opportunities are created, and unnecessary suffering is avoided. My grandfather once told me something I'll never forget: when your emotions rise, your intelligence falls. At the time, I didn't fully understand it. But as I grew older, I realized he was right. Think about every decision you regret. Almost all of them were made in an emotional moment, when you were angry, scared, excited, jealous, or overwhelmed. Emotional control doesn't make life easier, it makes you wiser. It gives you the ability to act with purpose instead of panic. There was another moment in my life that truly changed me. I was working on a project with a team, and everything was going wrong. Deadlines were missed, confusion grew, and people started blaming each other. I felt frustration rising in me like boiling water. I wanted to yell, to complain, to defend myself. But for some reason, I paused. I took a deep breath. And instead of reacting emotionally, I said calmly, "Let's fix this step by step." Something surprising happened. The room changed. People relaxed. The conversation shifted from conflict to solutions. And I realized how powerful calmness can be. It doesn't just change you, it changes the whole environment. It spreads. Just like stress spreads, calmness spreads too. But staying calm doesn't happen by accident. It requires practice, discipline, and self-awareness. It starts with something simple: noticing your emotions. When you feel anger rising, don't immediately act on it. When frustration hits, don't let it explode outward. Pause. Just a small pause can save you from saying something you'll regret, doing something you'll regret, or hurting someone you care about. Give yourself a moment to breathe. Give your mind a chance to catch up with your feelings. Emotions come fast, but wisdom takes a second. Give yourself that second. One of the best ways to control your emotions is to understand what triggers them. Everyone has things that set them off: disrespect, pressure, uncertainty, criticism, misunderstanding. These triggers are like buttons. Emotional control is learning how not to let anyone push those buttons for you. Because once you realize that people, situations, and events only have the power you give them, you become harder to shake. Calmness becomes a shield. Not a weak shield, but a strong one. One that protects your peace, your relationships, your goals, and your mental clarity. Let me share another small but meaningful example. I once missed an important meeting because of traffic. I was stuck, helpless, watching the minutes pass. My old self would have been furious, punching the steering wheel, shouting, losing my mind. But this time, I relaxed. I turned off the radio, breathed slowly, and told myself, if I can't change it, I won't stress about it. And when I arrived, calm and collected, people noticed. They could see the difference. Situations like that taught me something powerful. Life will always offer you reasons to lose control, but you don't have to accept them. You choose your response. You choose your peace. When you stay calm, you think better. You listen better. You see the truth more clearly. Problems that seem huge become manageable. Conversations become more productive. Conflict becomes easier to navigate. And life becomes less painful. Calmness is not something you wait for. It's something you build through experience, patience, breath, and awareness. And once you develop it, you'll realize it's one of the most powerful skills, a person can have. The power of staying calm is not about being passive. It's not about silence or weakness. It's about control, clarity, and strength. It's about understanding that reacting emotionally often feeds the problem, while responding calmly often solves it. It's learning how to speak when needed, stay silent when needed, and act only when your mind is steady. So, the next time someone provokes you, stay calm. The next time life hits you with stress, stay calm. The next time you feel overwhelmed, breathe before you act. Not because it's easy, but because it's powerful. Emotional control is a form of self-respect. It's choosing your long-term peace over your short-term emotions. It's choosing wisdom over impulse. And once you master it, even partially, you'll see your life transform in ways you never expected. The storms will still come, but you will no longer be shaken. And that is the real power of staying calm.